my light. And we need to switch out to more road trip snow floor mats instead of these nice ones. That. Put in more of this rubber one. And then the Mr. Buddy heater for if it's like super cold, because we're actually going to Utah, so it's going to be cold. So I need to get all this stuff in the car. I have one of these camping stoves. I need to go get some propane, or butane actually for that. I got a sleeping bag if I need it. I got a camping tent in case I want to go to the national parks, which I probably will. I got a chair. I have my 2 pairs of snow skis, snow ski boot, helmet. I got my snowboard I got to do. In case I want to go hiking, I got my hiking. And since I'll be in Utah for Christmas, I need to get the presents in the car. I got to get my snowboard in there. I'm just going to leave the tree set up. So when I come home, it'll probably still be set up. I got to get all of this stuff in the car. I got to take my work boots because there's going to be some snow, maybe some walking shoes. I got to get, this is what I'm going to wear. I got all my clothes in here, both ski and work, and some towels. Take a little day pack. Now the only thing I wish I had was one of those really long Thule car carriers, you know, because I could actually put, it needs to be at least 6 feet long to put my snow skis in it. Just hit the I-10, headed west. I'm out with the truckers and the motorhomes. Why is that one going west? That's weird. The one right behind me, that motorhome's going west. You'd think he'd be going to Florida. I'm actually leaving Florida. On my way, I'm actually headed to Texas right now to visit with my brother, and my parents are in Texas. And then I'm going to be continue on. That'll only be like a day stop, and then I'm going to continue on to Utah to meet up with my brother and my cousin Danny Ray. There's a nice little trucker right there. Cool. I got 424 miles on the 10 today, and then on over, probably hit the 40 or something over to Texas. But what we're going to find out is the VW Tiguan the perfect road trip car? I actually bought this car like a year ago, and I made sure, even if I was in Florida, and I wanted the all-wheel drive, you know, because my sister lives in Moab, Utah, close to Colorado border, where it's fun to like go snow skiing. In fact, I was snow skiing a couple of winters ago, and so I have my snow skis right here actually. And so I've got my snow skis, so we're gonna do some snow skiing. So I wanted the all-wheel drive car, and I went to all the dealers and nobody had one. They're like, what do you need an all-wheel drive for? You know, you live in Florida. Well, this is why, because I like to go on road trips. This is actually a 2011 Volkswagen Tiguan. It's like their mini, their smaller SUV, as the Atlas, the VW Atlas would be the larger version. And but this thing, I wanted the small one. I don't need some big, massive sport utility. Just a little one, just enough. This one has the all-wheel drive. It's nice. It's clean. It's got the leather. It's got GPS. It has all the functions on the steering wheel, this is the first car I've ever had with all of the the hands-free mobile on the steering wheel. In fact, I'm actually learning the controls on this road trip. I've had this car for a year. I've never used cruise control. So it's just really cool because you can up it like 1 mile an hour, or you can decrease by 1 mile an hour. It's got the outside temperature. So today in Florida, I'm showing 79 degrees right now. It's like, it's probably going to hit 80 because the sun just is coming out now. So we're like in the 80 right now, 79 to 80 degrees outside. On our way to Utah. I'm like a reverse snowbird. Well, it looks like after a year and a half of being in Florida, I finally left Florida. See you later, alligator. A lot of trees that are still blown down from all of the hurricanes that come through here. We are going under the water, and we lived. No flood. Oh, hello, Mississippi.
favorite part is driving at night. Nobody's on the road. Just me and the truckers. Walgreens. So I just pulled into the Texas rest area. It's about 11:30 at night. It's not too bad. It's like 40 degrees. I got my light here, which gives me my light, or I could use the car lights if I wanted to, but this actually does pretty well. And then I got some nice warm blankets here. I'm pretty packed in because I have some tools. I got all my clothes right here. And then on this side, I made a little bed. And the car is just perfectly 6 feet. So I can actually lay straight. I'm going to get some rest, and I'm about 3 hours from Dallas. And I'm going to visit my parents in Dallas in the morning. But I don't want to get there too early, so I might as well just rest because I don't want to get there at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I might as well sleep. So I slept here. Not too bad. Texas rest area. What's great is that the truckers' parking lot is packed full, but the cars, plenty of room. Good morning, Texas. About 2 hours from Dallas. Texas rest area. I wonder whose schoolie that is. That's pretty nice. He's got the kayak on the top. And when I first started traveling in my city bus, I actually had the kayak on the top as well, but it was really hard to get it off. I mean, you needed a ladder. A nice little walking path in Texas. Made it to Texas. 1,200 miles, 16 hours driving. Boy, that looks like they really like the red brick architecture in this residential area right here. But man, this car is like, when I come to these stoplights, this car is like idling so smooth. Like there's zero vibration. I think that's because I burned all the carbon out of the cylinders from doing like 75 miles an hour straight for 16 hours. So I spent the night here at my brother's house. This is a really nice neighborhood. Hey, it looks like they got some Christmas decorations. So this is like Texas halfway. Today I got to go the rest of the way to Utah, another 1,200 miles. 18 hours. To Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is where we bought the jewelry factory. When we first got in, when we first got into the jewelry business, I moved to Amarillo, which is just north of Albuquerque right here, and that's where we bought the jewelry factory. And I lived in my RV for like 2 months while I learned how to cast and make the jewelry. And then after about 2 months I moved to the Virgin Islands, and then shortly thereafter we moved the whole factory to the Virgin Islands. But it all started right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I-40 is like one of the busiest trucking roads in the country. Look at all those trucks. This is what I want right here, is one of these little Casitas. I wanted to get one to pull behind this car. That looks like a Subaru. New Mexico plate. I wonder who that is. Arizona, welcome. So my starter went out. I stopped at the Shell gas station and it wouldn't start. Click, click, click. Actually, I wasn't even getting a click. But I wanted to thank the Napa guys for coming down and getting me this morning because it's really cold, and testing out the starter. It's definitely toast. I tested it, you know, on the car, but I wanted to test it out of the car. But thanks guys for picking me up, man. I'm gonna go get something to eat, maybe even find a hotel because the starter's not gonna come in until tomorrow. Well, I remember this road trip we did. We had a family reunion here at Lake Powell on one of these big houseboats. It was just crowded. That was one of the most fun. That was a super fun family reunion on the houseboat at Lake Powell. Well, so I figured while I got stranded in Page with a broken starter, I might as well get my hair cut. So I stopped in at the barber and got a good haircut. Gave me a loaf of bread and a Christmas card. The people here in Page are really nice. I mean, everybody's been really nice. In fact, when I got a room at the travel lodge, I told them, hey, can I work on my car here? And they're like, oh, no problem. I thought I'd do a little nature hike here in town. We got the dam right there. Lake Powell is just right there, about 5 miles. But with my car broke, it's gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But today we can go on a little hike. Right there, we got Lake Powell right there. Page, Arizona. Just got the starter in. We got it all back together. We had to take off this, disconnect the battery. Under here, we had to take off the turbo boost hose here, and so we could get to the starter. We just got it in, so then we just have to put this thing back up. I didn't even take it all the way down. I left the back bolts on. Okay, I wanted to show you guys something. For those of you with these VWs, these are direct injection, which means the injectors are actually in the cylinder and not in the intake manifold. So when the fuel spray goes, the fuel never hits the valves. So the valves get carbon buildup massive, which, you know, destroys the motors. So I put one of these canisters in here. Look at all this. That's what it collected over like 2 tanks of gas. So maybe 600 miles worth of crap. which would have went into my motor and carbon buildup on my valves. So these canisters really work. Even this is a $20 one for that matter. This is the cheapest one on Amazon. And I just put it right here, and I just ran a hose right here, and then you block off where the original one is, and that's really all you need to do. So we're coming out of Page, Arizona, going across Lake Powell, about ready to cross the bridge, or the dam. Got the dam, Lake Powell, Colorado River. That's pretty steep down there. Hey, it's our welcome to Utah sign. Leaving Arizona, the Grand Canyon State, for Utah, right there, baby. Utah, out in the middle of nowhere, but they do have a cell tower. So here in Kanab we can make a choice. We can either stay on the 89A, which will take us to the 15 and then up, or we could take the 14, which goes up the Dixie National Forest area at 11,000 feet. But you don't want to do that on a bad day, like a snow day. But today it's sunny, so let's do it. Let's do the scenic route. We're so close to like Zion and Bryce. 30 miles to Zion, 77 miles to Bryce. So we are close. I saw several RV parks, so this might be a great place to bring the RV. I don't remember ever coming this route before. Come on, dude. Look at that guy. Speeding anyways. I'm going the speed limit. It's interesting. Movie cave. What is it? Lex Barker. home.